another episode. 4 quarters, man. We're back at it.
4 quarters pod, 2024 finals.
2024 finals are finally here. It's been a long week of no basketball.
Man.
But we finally made it. We're here. The finals start when this comes out today. So it's going to be tonight, game 1 in Boston. We got Dallas versus the Boston Celtics. It's going to be an exciting matchup. I think it's going to be a lot of ISO basketball, a lot of ones, which I'm looking forward to. Who you got in this series? Give me a breakdown and tell me who you got in the series.
Everything is kind of on paper, maybe saying more Boston, but I feel like I kind of bet against Dallas last series, and it's like these guys, I think they probably could have the top 2 players in the series.
Right.
Then you maybe want like 2 and 3 are debatable, but
100%.
Dallas for sure has the best player in the series.
Agreed.
And on most nights, I'm taking Kai over Jay Tate right now on most nights. So it's like,
yeah, it's going to be interesting.
So it's a crazy dynamic where like you don't want to bet against Dallas. Yeah. So I'm gonna go lock in. I'm gonna say Dallas in 7. Dallas in 7. I'm
right there with you. Yeah, I mean the way Kyrie and Luka are playing right now, it's hard to bet against them dudes right now, man. I mean, playing probably the best basketball right now in the league.
Of their careers.
Yeah, I mean, Kyrie had to play this well since, I mean, in these big of moments since his Cleveland days. You know what I mean? He hasn't really been here in a while. He's been hurt in the last couple of seasons. He's been in the playoffs. But, yeah, I mean, it looks unbelievable. I mean, I really don't know how I can go against Dallas right now. I mean, I just don't trust Boston for some reason. I don't know what it is. I think it's maybe the style of play. They shoot too many threes for me, and I'm a three-point shooter myself. I like teams that shoot threes, but they don't have like an all-generational three-point shooter on the team to begin with. Like they're not like – they don't have a Steph Curry or a Klay Thompson. They don't have a Kyle Korver or
just guys that we would say are shooters.
Yeah, I wouldn't call Tatum a shooter or Brown a shooter. I call them scorers. Like they can do all 3 levels, but I wouldn't call them shooters.
And for what you're saying, the 2 guys that you maybe might think of game wise, just pure game wise, are maybe Hauser and Pritchard. And
right.
We're not drawing up a lot of Hauser and Pritchard stuff. So it's like
I'll give Derek White more of a shooter role. He's more of a knockdown guy, catch and shoot guy. He's been doing a little bit of everything this past season. But yeah, I mean, I don't see them like they shoot the most threes in the league. They take the most threes. They make the most threes.
And that's the thing where numbers can be deceiving because you pull out some of those nights where it's like y'all maybe shot 20% from 3. But because you can get so damn hot, Tatum shooting 11 of them, Brown shooting 8 of them, White shooting 7 of them. Yeah, the numbers kind of make it look inflated sometimes.
100%.
And it's like, are y'all really a jump shooting team? You know, or do we need to make sure we're getting to the line enough? Do we need to make sure we're getting?
They definitely get to the line more. Like I think when Jay Tatum and Brown are going to the basket, they're a way better team just because they're getting to the line. Once you get to the line, get a little bit. Get your rhythm once you're at the line anyways. So, like, we'll see how it plays. I mean, the pick and roll is where it's going to be very interesting to me to see how they play it. Boston switches a lot, like 1 through 4, basically. Right. Excuse me. Sometimes they'll even switch it with Porzingis just because he can guard to a degree. I'm curious to see how he looks coming back off that calf, not really playing in games. Come back for the finals is a lot to ask.
A lot to ask. Dallas's front court is looking like it could be one of the best front courts in the league going forward.
Yeah,
I really
like
they're playing. Gafford and Lively bring. Not to mention, now you spot in Kleba here hitting a 3 or 2 like he did in the closeout game. He's in that front court. So they got guys that they like and they got guys that they trust for what they need them to do. And that goes a long way.
100%.
So yeah, Porzingis, it ain't like you coming back just 20 and 10.
No. It's not going to be easy. Like, he's not going to be in game shape. The intensity of the game to begin with is already going to drain you emotionally. So you're going to be tired off the rip, just off just the adrenaline alone. So we'll see how he looks. We'll see how he's shooting. I mean, he plays well. They're tough to beat. Yeah. The matchups, I'm very curious to see who guards who. Drew Holiday. Love Drew Holiday. Maybe one of the best defenders, on-ball defenders in the league. I think he still may be a little too small to guard Luka. That's just me personally.
I think so, too.
I don't think they want to put Tatum on him, though, because that's going to drain Tatum's legs.
You got to have Tate ready. It's funny, though, you mentioned Drew Holiday because he had a quote, I guess, from the practices today.
I saw this.
He was like, "Oh, he was just Luka's. I just gotta pray. I just gotta." So he's already setting it up. Like, yo, I'm not gonna stop Luka. Okay,
no, it was Luka and Kyrie. I think it was both of one of the two. Whatever. Yeah, they're not stopping either. It doesn't really matter. You gotta hope they miss. So I mean, Drew Holiday is the best of the best. So he knows how this goes. He's not gonna get too hot to look anyways. So he's the perfect person to probably put him on Luka because he's so even killed and he's been here before. But we'll see how it works. I mean, Drew, all Drew has to do is make a couple of big stops, big plays. He don't forget, you know what I mean, get every steal, every contest. Like it's a long game. So we'll see.
I think the biggest reason why I'm leaning Dallas is I have a feeling this is one of those series where it's gonna come down to Tatum versus Luka, and right now I trust Tatum more. You
Tatum over Luka? You mean Luka?
Luka rather. Sorry,
okay.
Right now I trust Luka more. Sorry, and I feel like that's what these type of series sometimes boil down to in moments. We're down 4, 2 minutes left, both teams not scoring. Even if your great player is not scoring the ball, it's LeBron making the block, it's Kobe making the pass to Ryan. But that great player has to be locked into the game in those moments. He can't not find the ball. He can't not, be involved in the picture somewhere. And I trust Luka in this stage more in that.
I mean, I trust Luka and Kyrie more just because Kyrie's done it before. Kyrie done it before on the biggest stage in the Game 7. You know what I mean? Like he's literally done that. Yeah. We'll see. I mean, both teams have some guys with experience. I mean, both basically the whole Boston team has been here before. So that should help them a little bit. We'll see. I think the bigs for the Mavs are really going to help them a lot, like you were saying about Lively and Gafford. The lob threats, just Luka getting that hill, getting people on your hip, that lob. We'll see how it works out, man. I'm very curious to see how the matchups go. And interesting enough, we talked about it, I think last week, how Tim Hardaway don't play no more. He just don't get he's got a rotation. Hardy's been playing great. Tim Hardaway was hurt when he came into the playoffs. It kind of never really got his rhythm back. It's tough to get your rhythm back in the playoffs when you're not playing every day. Yeah. You know what I mean? You don't get those just random, you don't just get minutes for minutes. Like every minute counts.
And you're they can't just give him out there. On shot making. So.
Yeah, he's not making shots. He's useless.
Yeah.
So Jaden Hardy's been hooping for them though. He's been balling. He got
some edge, some two-way edge too a little bit.
And he got game. He's like that Kyrie, Luka ISO. He's about a bucket.
I was trying to figure out why he hasn't really been more of a rotation guy in the league.
Well, he's only like 3 or 4 years in.
Okay.
He's still pretty young. And they just had Tim Hardaway, who's been more of a solid vet than before. He's playing well.
Tim has hit a halt.
Yeah.
This is the first time we really kind of seen him not ready for the playoffs, kind of hurt. But for the most part, you're getting your 15, 16.
Yeah, he's been pretty consistent off the bench for his career. So I see why he was playing over Hardy. I get it. But I give kudos to Jay Kidd for making that move mid-playoffs. Like, look, we got to go with the young dude. He's rolling. Yeah. And that takes balls to do because most coaches won't do that. Yeah. She's like, let me go with the young dude who's has no experience at all, but throw him out there and let's see what he can do. And he been rocking.
He's giving me something.
He's giving me something, and he's playing with energy and edge, and he got that extra little chip on his shoulder. He's young. He's just happy to be out there. He's moving 1,000,000 miles an hour. You know what I mean? Right. So we'll see, man. I mean, I got Dallas in 7 as well.
Okay.
So I'm right there with you.
So that would be in Boston, and don't you just you can kind of see it in Boston, down 1, Luka step back. He got
Kyrie step back. Yeah.
He got Al Horford in the switch.
Yeah, it's going to be dangerous.
Yeah,
it's going to be dangerous. I can see it going 7. I can see it going 6 Dallas way as well, just depending on if they can get one of these 2 games.
Yeah.
Boston's shaky always on game 2 so far. I mean, they're shaking game 1 against the Pacers. I mean, they've given up almost 1 every series. So
they haven't had a wire to wire series.
Oh really. No, they haven't really been in those no moments yet. This year.
Yeah, it's like, like we know you're gonna win the series. It might be in 7 games, but we know y'all gonna win it. But it's like, wow, why did it take 5 even?
Right.
You should have swept them. So it's like they haven't had that, like you said, that moment. They haven't had a wire to wire dominant series. Very strange finals team
for sure.
I
mean, on paper, I thought they were going to make the finals regardless, but I still wanted them to play some team to see how they're looking, some certain moments. I mean, Jaylen Brown hit that big 3 in game 1, huge shot. But besides that, it's
That's
really been,
huge. They might want
yeah,
to. They we might have had Indiana Boston game 7 like this past Friday if it wasn't for
yeah,
that
that
Jalen
shot,
Browns.
that
Like,
shot, and Tyrese getting hurt was the series.
yeah, yeah.
You know,
So
so you never know, man. I mean, one shot can change everything in the
yeah,
playoffs. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So I'm very excited for this series. I'm really excited for the finals in a couple of years, just because last year's finals for me was a little bit more of a dud. I just
yeah.
wasn't. I mean, not a dud, but I didn't have. I mean, I had Aaron Gordon last year. That was my boy. I rooted for Aaron Gordon, but like just as like besides him, besides my old teammates, I'm a fan of Kyrie. Like I don't know Kyrie, I'm a fan. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I'm a fan of Luka. These dudes are like and Tatum and Brown. Like these dudes can hoop.
I really enjoy. I've always loved Kyrie's game. I always say mini bean, but
Yeah.
I really enjoy watching more of Luca to his game. I mean, his
He's
pace
sensational.
is his pace is crazy. Like
It's insane, bro.
how he's able, like you looking at him like this dude's walking. Like he's like he's just like
He never gets sped up. It's remarkable.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like it.
Like
He be out there just like that. That step back he hit over Anthony Edwards on the wing, the high archer. That shit didn't make sense. I was like, even it was like that shot he made over me in the corner was crazy. I'm like, yeah, that was nuts.
And even the shot making, he's probably one of the greatest passers we've ever
100%.
seen. I mean, he looking at the rim for a fadeaway, and he just kick it out.
Yeah,
I'm like, where is that?
doing that? It's getting to a point where we're getting so used to some of the greatness that we're seeing that we're not even acknowledging anymore. Like it's getting so just to the norm that like the things that these dudes are doing don't make sense.
They can make the spectacular look simple.
So simple.
And that's really what being great is about. Like Kobe came down and hit 3 turnaround fades in a row. That's a tough shot.
A tough shot.
It looks routine. Like
it looks easy.
You like, man, Raja Bell not guarding him like that, man. That was an open, like, no, he guarding him, bro. He's under him. It's just
he's doing the best he can. That's a professional athlete.
Yeah.
Trying his best. And he's making it look easy, routine.
Right. So when you can make those things look that way over and over again, a no look, laser to the corner, over and over, he can make that read over and over again. Sharp, crisp. That is, we're looking at one of the greats.
And then you on the other hand, you got Kyrie shooting left hand floaters every 2 seconds. The man's left hand doesn't make sense.
His little float hooks.
Oh, the float hook over Gobert was ridiculous.
I think that was my favorite out of all the dunks and everything. My favorite play this year from the regular season was the Kyrie game winner.
Oh, the left hand?
Jokic.
Unbelievable.
That's just
who tries some shit like that for a game winner?
Kareem.
Like we doing left hand hooks from the free throw line over centers?
Yeah.
Nah, bro. He don't make sense.
Yeah.
And just like the whole Kyrie, maturation, how much he's changed and matured over the last 3-4 years has been fun to see, man. I'm happy for him. I've always been a Kyrie fan, and I'm just happy he's getting the shine and the love he deserves again. Because for a while he was, the problem child, always doing this and that, and I'm sure some of the narratives weren't true, maybe somewhere, but I'm just glad now he's back on top of the mountain and hopefully he can get this dub.
I mean, if we keep it purely basketball, we're talking about one of the greatest we've ever seen.
100%.
I think definitely solidified himself top 10 point guard we've ever seen. He's in that class to me.
Yeah.
So,
he is for me.
Yeah, that's a very hard list to crack all time.
Yeah.
When we're talking about the players at that guard spot. So
especially he get this one right here.
Yeah. Yeah.
This gonna be
now you're knocking on CP3 door and J Kidd.
His resume gonna look real nice to get this one.
J Kidd got one, but J Kidd got one. He went as the coach, but he got one as a player. So Kyrie get 2. He knocking on Stockton door.
Yep.
He
knocking on doors. You get 2.
Yeah.
There's one. I'm not saying anybody can get one, but you can
you can fall into the right situation.
That's what I'm saying. Like you can just have to be on a great team, whatever. Yeah. And he is almost. When was that? When the last one they won? What, 2015?
16.
So almost 10 years.
Yeah, yeah.
And you know what I mean? That's hard to do to win one, top of the mountain, and to be like in the weeds for 8 years and grind it out and to get back. It shows how hard it is to get to the finals too. It's just how hard it is to the finals. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting, man.
But totally agree. Kyrie is spectacular watching him as well. We're getting a real treat. We're getting a real treat with this matchup.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun, man. All right, man. We'll have a second quarter. We'll see you in a second.
All right, now.
Second quarter, 4 quarters, we're back.
Quarter two.
So to get away from the NBA for a second, the WNBA,
okay,
making some headlines. I've been really enjoying. Oh shit! Hold on. So I've really been enjoying this season.
Yeah,
it's been fun to watch.
This is definitely the most WNBA basketball I've watched. Because there's like a week where I feel like I watch a game every day for a week. Like 2 weeks ago. So, some really good matchups. I mean, some of the talent pool, we got to remember there's less teams.
Right.
So these talent pools are a little more sharks in the water compared to the NBA. So I'm watching some of these matchups like, dang, it's Angel Reese versus Stewie. Brianna Stewart and she Brianna plays with Sabrina and
she got a squad.
Yeah, the Fever already played the Sparks and so it's a lot of exciting polarizing matchups in the WNBA and it's getting chippy and I think it's good for the sport.
It's funny. It just shows that like how not many people have watched the WNBA in a while because apparently it's been chippy for a minute and I'm sure it has. We just haven't been watching. Yeah. I'm happy that they're getting the pub and the publicity they deserve because it is a professional league and these girls can flat out go.
Yeah.
Can flat out hoop.
It's a lot of
Asia Wilson is an absolute problem.
I like her.
I think she had 34, 35, 14, like 6 steals tonight. Something stupid.
I want to say there's about 3 women in that 30 range.
Yeah.
A game.
My girl from Dallas, I can't pronounce her name. You know what I'm talking about. The women's Kyrie.
Yeah.
I always forget her name. I can't pronounce her name correctly. I don't want to butcher her name.
Yeah.
But she got game.
Yeah.
She got the handle. She's nice.
Yeah.
So it's fun to watch. I mean, it's also nice too because NBA's winding down, so we're not getting as many NBA games. So it's just like good to have hoops on. Like it's hoops.
That's that's a fair point. And maybe they need to let's get Jacob on the marketing, man, for the Adam Silver. Can we get Adam Silver on the line, man?
They need to keep this up because as soon as the NBA is over, there's nothing on. So they won't be the only thing on besides baseball. I'm not watching regular season baseball.
And it's dope because it's like you're gonna see your favorite players at these games, and it's kind of like
everybody at the games now. Yeah, Angel Reese been hooping. Yeah. Cameron Brink been hooping.
Yeah.
The Sparks aren't that good, but she's been balling.
Yeah.
She got a game.
Cameron Brink.
She got so much game.
I like to call her A She. I call her A She. Not A-D, A She.
That's hilarious.
She's a basketball player.
Yeah, she got game.
She's a foundational piece right there. I think the Sparks found their power forward center for the next 10 years.
For sure.
Yeah.
And then you got Kayla Clark doing the thing, doing the best she can on a struggling squad. Yeah. All the discourse and stuff.
Jackson, as well too on the Sparks.
On the Sparks,
the fourth overall pick. She could rock.
She got game as well.
Now that was a great pick to snag her at 4 because she has that type of. She's in that range, that talent wise. So shout out to her.
With all the talent pool, like you were saying, is it's less teams, so like there are better players on on good teams. Like there's more good players on one team than the NBA, for example. Like there aren't as many Pistons in the WNBA right now because there's not as many teams. Yeah. And with all how good the women's college basketball has become and how much talent there is, it's only going to get better and better. You got an expansion team coming out next year with Toronto, or is it next year or in a couple of years? That's gonna be dope.
San Francisco getting the team.
They're getting a team as well. So you got 2 more teams coming, which I think will make it 14 total.
And it's so dope because they need expansion, right? Because to your point about the college game, hey, there's a chick from UConn that's not making the league because there's not enough spots.
Exactly.
She can play basketball. Like,
there's some girls who don't make the teams because they just not enough spots on the squad, and like some got to get cut, unfortunately.
Yeah.
There's like I think Yeah, there's been a couple of girls women who've been cut, and they're like, all defensive team or all NBA, all WNBA one year, but like there's not enough spots. Like they just don't have enough spots. So they need these defensive teams bad.
Interesting dynamic. I think, man, they need to lean more into the grittiness and the grind of that league. And I think it's really gonna pay off because people are starting to see that now, and it's gravitating towards it. Like,
people just think that because they're women, they can't get down and physical. Like, nah, like don't get it twisted, brother. Like, we're here to play basketball. Yeah, and they ain't messing around. Yeah, because you always see people on Twitter and like, I can play. It's like these girls will give you the business. Like, don't play around with these women, though. Don't do that. Don't do that because they'll give you the absolute work.
It's funny. Everybody been to the 24-hour fitness when there was a girl in there one day busting ass. So if you know she could do that and she was imagine trying to guard Rakia.
Yeah, who does it for a living? Yeah, this is her profession, brother. Like, she's not playing around. She don't got a second job. She does this. Like, don't play with these women like that. But Kayla Clark's been struggling a little bit here and there. I mean, her team's not great, so like I would expect her to average, 30 or nothing. I don't know what people are expecting. But she got to gain a little weight a little bit, get used to the speed of the game. She's turning the ball over a lot because she's making passes her teammates aren't really ready for it. Everyone on the whole team has to get used to playing with her. She's used to playing in the pros, so it's going to take an adjustment period. She'll be fine. I mean,
silver lining with that team and for Caitlin, they'll be right back in the lottery, probably picking top 3.
Yeah, so you might get paid.
Yeah, so she'll get some help. She'll get some help.
Yeah,
it's a lot harder. It'll be a lot harder to load up on her at half court and stuff if you got Paige on the wing right there. So
yeah. They need some help. I mean, there's a bad team right now, but they'll figure it out. I mean, every league has them. You know what I mean? Yeah. And every league has the number one pick over a bad team, and they got to go through some things for a couple of years before you get to the mountaintop. So it's cool. It'll be a little bit, but she'll get there eventually. But yeah, man. I mean, I think I'm not sure if the game was. I think the game was tonight or last night. It was Skylar Diggins versus Deanna Taurasi rematch. Oh yeah. Ooh, apparently they don't like each other at all. After some feud that happened last year on the bench, I saw the video the other day. Man, I just love all the matchups. There's so many good matchups in the NBA this year.
And like I said, so they all got what the women, all the women stars have that some of the male stars don't. All the women kind of had that edge.
Yeah.
There's no now I'm not bagging on any of the male players, but there's no Jason Tatums in the women's game. Like there's no Shea Gilgeous. Like I'm just cool,
because the NBA makes too much money.
Yeah.
These women are making that kind of bread, and they're trying to fight and get them endorsements on the side. Like they're trying to get anything they can get.
They're like, wait a minute, Caitlin Clark got $20 million from Nike. Like
I can get some.
Yeah,
I can get something. Somebody paying. It's clearly they paying the money, so I get something. You know what I mean?
20,
She get a $20 million and they 2-11 and we 5-0. Oh yeah, let me go give me a couple checks.
De'Erica Hand like, let me get a meal.
Let me go give me a couple checks real quick. Stop playing. I'm out here busting their ass out here and talking about Caitlin Clark. Let me go give me a couple checks.
And it's showing maybe for young hoopers too. Hey, play defense, rebound, do those other things because they pay people that could go guard the Stephs and the Caitlin Clarks too. Yeah, those people get paid too. So
you forget about those guys sometimes.
Yeah,
I always say there's way more role players in these leagues than stars.
Yeah,
there's 3 times more role players in every league than there are stars. The role players are going to be needed.
Yeah, you're talking about almost 300 players, let's say, and 15, 20 your stars, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. And that's depending on the season sometimes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, if you have a good year, you get hurt. You know what I mean? Like
time windows.
There's so many more positions to be a role player, opportunities to be a role player than it is to be a star. Like not everyone's going to be a superstar. It's not possible. You know what I mean? Those are gifted people for a reason. But yeah, man, WNBA has been great. I'm really enjoying it. I'm glad they're getting the love they deserve. I'm glad I'm on the train. I'm a new fan. I've watched it in the past, but I haven't watched like I have this year. I'll put it that way.
No, this is by far the most games I've watched in the season already.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. So it's been fun to watch for sure. All right, y'all, over to halftime. We're back in a second. Back Back from half. 4 quarters.
4 quarters pod, halftime. What we got?
All right, third quarter, man. Third quarter. So it's time to talk about our beloved Lakers. I know it's finals time and Celtics and Mavs playing. We get all that, but we are Laker fans here.
Hey,
so we gotta talk about them.
Look, all the Fox guys and ESPN guys do it. They bring us up. You know, like it's not our fault. Not our fault.
Hey. Blame first taking all them. Don't blame us.
Yeah.
So from all the things I've been reading and seeing, it looks like JJ Reddick is going to be announced as the head coach once he's done announcing the finals. I'm glad he's trying to, focus on the finals, do his thing. I get all that.
Cool.
It's a lot of work too, so I get all that. It's a lot of work to announce the finals game. So I'm sure he's trying to focus on that.
Also a big gig, and if you're a commentator,
100%. It's definitely a benchmark achievement of someone's resume when he announced the finals. It'll be him and Doris and Mike Breen's first time doing it. I love Doris Burke. I love Mike Breen. So I'm excited for the finals. I have no problem. People hate Doris Burke sometimes. Say she's a homer. She loves the Celtics. I don't really get the hate. I don't really see it.
I don't hear. I've heard that the East Coast homer thing. I don't
see it.
I love her breakdown analysis of like certain players and why they're effective. She's got a good understanding of what's going on. I feel like.
Yeah, I have no problem with it. So I don't know, but some of people just hate the hate. So who knows?
Let's stop the DB hate, man.
Give Doris Burke some love, man.
And she can give you buckets. And she can give you buckets.
She can give you some straight buckets. Facts. So yeah, JJ Reddick is probably gonna be the head coach for the Lakers next season. Thoughts, feelings, qualms, issues, questions.
Like I said, the only thing I say about JJ, man, is he has the pod with Bron called Mind the Game, and that's all I wanted to just say. Just mind the game. Come in, even kill. Don't try to think too high, too low. Just come in ready to learn. Obviously, they need to surround the staff with some veterans.
Vets, yeah.
You're hearing Sam Cassell. You're hearing Borrego, who coached AD in New Orleans, I think, for a year or two. So with some veteran presence, I think it makes the hire better for a first-time head coach standpoint.
Yeah.
And as long as if Bron and AD sign off on it, that's really the 1A criteria.
What am I gonna say if LeBron says, "Yeah, I'm good with it"? Who am I to say, "Bron, you know what I'm talking about"? You know what I'm saying? Like clearly, it works. So I'm gonna right there with you. I always like a former player being a coach. I think former players do make good coaches, especially former role players. I don't think former stars make great coaches because they want people to be a certain level, and role players have a more realistic view of the league. It's
like when Magic coached. It's like
it's just not gonna work.
Yeah, grab the board
and just go.
And look up and just throw I can't do that. Like how you
I can't do that. I don't have that vision. Or I'm not 6'9". I can't do that. So I think JJ Reddick will be a good coach.
Okay.
He knows the game. He's super analytical. I think that'll help him a little bit as well. But then he also played.
Sorry not to cut you off. I'm gonna digress a little bit. Is there any Arizona Duke? Is there ever any
rivalries type stuff? We don't play them often. I think next year we start a home and home. I think it started this past year. We played at Duke this past year and we beat them. Next year they come to they go to Arizona. So we started that this past year. So that's been going on for the next 5-6 years. So we'll develop a better rivalry. We've beaten them a couple times. I mean, everyone hates Duke. So people try to make it a rivalry when it's really not. I don't know if we played them enough. We only played them once when I was there. So I wouldn't say they're a rival to us.
Yeah, okay.
So no, I wouldn't say so. At least for me. I think Rich Jefferson may have a little different story. I think he played them in the tournament or something. So if you play them and depending when you play them and they beat you or you beat them, I'm sure it changes from player to player.
And like you're saying,
we beat them by 25 in the Garden. I don't care about Duke. We smacked up. We beat the hell out there.
There you go. Oh, look, there it is.
We beat the hell out there. I don't worry about that. Yeah.
It's something.
Jabari, Quinn, Rodney Hood, all them boys, smack them boys.
Hey, there's something, guys.
Yeah, we beat the brakes off them a little bit. It's cool.
Devils coming to McHale next year.
Yeah, I can't wait. Hey, we beat them last year at Duke last year. We beat them by 4.
Wow. Okay.
And Caleb Love coming back. So Zonda gonna have a squad again next year.
He was at UNC.
At UNC, he's taking his. I think he has an extra year. I don't know how all these years work in college. So he's coming back.
That's gonna be a dope match. Yeah.
Cooper Flag should be there next year. They're gonna have a squad too. It's gonna be college basketball next year. Will be for the men's will be back to like peak television again because Zona's going to Big 12.
Yeah.
Which is going to be insane. They'll be playing
That's
Kansas
crazy.
and all them dudes every
That's
night. UCLA
crazy.
goes to the Big 10. It's going to be insane. So all that conference change is going to be wild to watch.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, Lakers. So yeah, I think JJ Redick will be a solid coach. I think because he played, he'll have a nice understanding of like rotations, rhythm. If people are rolling, let them roll.
He'll have a modern feel of the game.
And I think he'll be able to just communicate with the players a little bit easier because he's like closer to being where they are.
Right.
Then like he closer to playing than he is to retire. Like you know what I mean? Like he hasn't been retired that long. So like I think he'll be able to communicate to guys and like, you know, give them feedback what he sees, all that kind of good stuff. So we'll see. I mean, I think it could work. It all depends about the roster at the end of the day. You don't got a good roster, you can't win games. So who are we getting? Who are we getting rid of? That's going to be a whole interesting case as well this summer. So we'll see.
To the point about calling the finals series 2, that's maybe will help you get intel on some great teams that are in the finals and just watch how, because I think you're in those production meetings where you coaches prepare, show you some preparation and things like that. So seeing those type of things for the finals, like getting that kind of like on the job training a little bit, you kind of shadow them a little bit.
I think there's a reason a lot of coaches go to commentating after they retire. Or like when they lose their job, they go to commentating because they know the game so well. They talk it every day. They speak it to like when Stephen Gundy doesn't have a job, he's announcing.
Yeah.
And then when he's back at coaching, they find somebody else. And then when he gets tired, he's back announcing. You know what I mean? Same with Jeff Van Gundy. He's doing the same thing for a while. So he left ESPN. Same with Mark Jackson.
Game keeps you kind of.
Steve Kerr did it for a bit before he became a coach. You know what I mean? So Doc Rivers. Like, there's a lot of guys.
Yeah.
A lot of guys who've done both. And then if you look at all the local broadcasts, half the color commentators are former players. You got Bonner over there in Boston. A lot of former players do that announcement stuff.
Yeah. For the local
broadcast.
Yeah.
Like most color commentators are a former player usually.
Well, yeah, that's interesting. The commentator, the coach pipeline actually is pretty good. Actually,
if you think about it,
it's actually a pretty good amount.
It has a pretty good track record if you think about it.
Yeah.
I wonder what it is more from, like you're already a coach, a commentator back to a coach from a commentator before then becoming a coach. I wonder what that trade. You know what I mean? Because it's a little different when you're already a coach and you go to commentate and then you go to coach. Like Steve Kerr is the only one who was like a GM. Then he was on TNT for a bit, and then he went to coaching.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? And then like Doc Rivers was always a coach first. Well, no, I think he was an announcer. Was he announcer first or a coach first?
I think Doc did announce first.
I think he announced first. So he may be one of the guys who was announcer first.
Yeah.
So I'm curious. So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see how it works for him. I mean, I like it already. So
I think consensus we can agree being around the game, talking the game will help you kind of stay in that
he'll be great in the media.
Yeah.
He'll be great in the media. That'd be huge.
And that's what I was saying last episode, right? When some teams, Lakers, Knicks,
he looks the part.
You have to kind of have that part of it too, right?
He looks the part.
Sound bites,
clean cut, sound bites, the fits, the suits. He definitely is made look wise for the position, 100%.
Like he'd play the coach in a Laker movie.
Oh, I can see that.
You know what I mean? Like he'd play the coach of the Lakers in a movie, like
100%. Yeah. I can see him being an actor on one of them shows as a coach for a team for sure.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I hope it works out. I mean, I love JJ Redick. I've always been a fan of his. Even when he did that Duke, I was like, this kid can fucking go. He got game. Yeah. He was a killer at Duke. It was insane.
Think he has a little more edge than he maybe showed at times.
Oh yeah, don't get it twisted. JJ Redick, he definitely got a little more edge than people think.
Yeah, but you have to you got to kind of have that. Especially with his skill set, have to have the kind of that.
I also think. Go ahead. What was that?
No, just that you have to have that crazy belief, kind of inner confidence to kind of for him to make the league. 6'3", 2 guard, can't really dunk.
Yeah, I was thinking like all the hate he got at Duke. I think he has tough skin. He's not gonna let the fans really get to him too quick. He knows Twitter's crazy. He has a podcast. He knows the media. He knows how they can run with shit. I think he'll be good at controlling the narrative a little bit. And be like, don't be wild. You know what I mean? I think he'll be better with that kind of stuff and kind of keeping things in house and like not saying too much and all that kind of stuff. former players are usually better. Like Jason Kidd, don't say nothing to the media. Like he barely speaks to them. He thinks he keep things in the house, and I think that he'll be similar to that.
Yeah.
He's more of a newer player. Like newer players don't fuck with the media as much as the older media. You know what I mean? As in the past,
understanding your locker room dynamics and things like that.
Yeah, I understand. I can't. Let me not put this guy on the spot right now, and let me go talk to him. Like let him get his ideas off on his own podcast tonight before I go out and say what I want to say. All that kind of different stuff because he has his own podcast. He can mind for all that kind of stuff. Now I do have a question as well. Does the podcast stop when he becomes a coach?
I think so.
I have to, right?
I think so.
Hello, the first season.
Yeah, I could just see I could see like the last episode. I could picture
him
it.
hired.
Yeah. Well, it was a good run, right, LeBron? Yeah, coach.
Yeah, right. Some shit like that. Some corny shit like that. Facts.
Yeah,
that is some shit that he would do.
Yeah, I don't want to get into too much what we're gonna run, but let's just go over a little horns.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's nuts, man. It's nuts. But yeah, I'm excited to see what happens. I'm very curious to see if he make any roster changes, any big moves. Is who's staying, who's going, all that kind of stuff.
I'm fine with the hire. I really like the hire with the veteran staff.
Yes, we get a good staff with him. It just make you that much more confident in the hire for sure. Yep. You get a Sam Cassell over there, and a couple more of those guys who can who've been there before. You're
hearing Scott Brooks. Great.
Yeah, it'd be great. Yeah, just people who can just give you it like when I was a head coach, I did this, or when I was in there, I saw this.
You can lean on this guy.
You need people to bounce ideas off. You need it.
Yeah.
It's not a one-man gig. It's a village to win it. It takes literally a whole. When you talk about it takes everyone to win a championship, it takes fucking everybody.
Like
every single one.
Even the equipment guy.
Nigga. I need him on point. Like our equipment, Briggs Arizona, the craziest dude I've ever met. Calling out plays on the sideline. He's nuts.
I ran into him years ago in Manhattan Beach at a laundromat.
Really? That's so random.
Cleaning y'all
uniforms.
Yeah.
That's him.
He was like, yeah, I couldn't get them dry enough at home. I gotta get.
He's so dedicated.
I needed the big tumbler, man. Like
he's so dedicated, bro. He's nuts. He's nuts.
Arizona's a good program.
Hell yeah. He has our shit ready to rock. He never misses nothing. He's like, you need extra socks? Well, I got you. Like he's the best. Yeah. But yeah, man, it takes everybody. Like that means it really does take everybody. So that's hilarious. All right, y'all. Lakers. We'll see what happens. Wishing the best of luck. But yeah, we'll head into the fourth quarter. We'll see you in a second. Fourth quarter, winning time.
Fourth quarter, winning time.
All right, a couple start bench cuts before my computer dies, and we gotta get up out of here. All right. Start bench cut. Everyone's healthy and in their prime. Okay.
Okay. Ooh.
You got Tracy McGrady,
T-Mac,
Paul George,
okay,
Jason Tatum. Now Tatum is a little different because he's not. I don't know if he's in his prime yet or not. But we'll take him at his best so far.
We've seen enough. I say we've seen enough to put him in here.
So Tatum,
that's tough.
T-Mac, Paul George.
My bench and my cut tough. I'm starting Mac.
That's easy.
Mac. Scoring.
That's easy.
Scoring title. You know what I mean?
Scoring personified.
He's if this was Pokemon, he's the evolution. You know what they call it?
Yes.
Form, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel that. I like that.
So, This is crazy.
Uh-oh. Breaking news. What we got? Do it. I know what you're gonna do.
I'm a bench Jay Tate.
Okay. I thought you were going to go the other way around. I respect it.
I'm a bench Jay Tate right now because I feel like how we talk about Jay Tate not having that kind of like taking over as much as we want. I kind of see PG kind of slip under that even. Jay Tate at this point.
Yeah.
It's like you let James.
Fair assessment.
You trying to let James Harden trying to like take it over. Like, you know what I mean? It's like you letting Russ take it over. So he kind of
But
losing that a little bit.
remember, it's in the primes. So this is Paul George.
Oh.
This might be Indiana to Paul George before the broken leg. He was a prime before he broke his leg. Don't forget.
Yeah, no. If we're doing that, then I'm gonna have to bench PG because we're talking about an all defense type guy too.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm got the same one as you.
I could slap him on Bron and I go get my 25, 8, and 7.
Yeah, he was different before he hurt that leg. So yeah, I gotta start T Mac. I gotta bench PG. And I gotta cut Tate just because Tate's it's still early. He's not. I don't even know if he's in his prime yet. So we could see he wins this finals in 2 weeks. I might have a different answer. You know what I mean? So right now, that's what I'm going with.
Yeah,
because I don't know what Tatum's prime looks like just yet.
That's so fair too because last finals I wouldn't say that was prime.
No, that was 2 years ago. No.
Yeah, this finals. Let's see.
I say he's entering it.
Is there a step?
Yeah.
Is there a step that you took to this finals? Because last finals was fine, but it wasn't great. Like you weren't like I said, it was prime. It wasn't 1A guy.
No, it wasn't.
So
he didn't live up to the hype last finals. Now I think he'll be better this time because he's already been here before. He won't, the nerves won't get him as much. I would say, but we'll see. I mean,
he might be better, but he playing two dogs.
Yeah,
that we know are there.
Yeah, I don't worry about them.
Yeah, so
I'm not worried about
that.
Yeah, we have the same start bench cut. Okay, all right. Next one, it's a tough one too. Start bench cut. Luka, Jokic, and Giannis.
The Euro Bowl.
The Euro Bowl.
Okay.
The Euro start bench cut. What we rocking with? You want me to start? I'll go first on this one for you. You want me to?
Go ahead.
This is a tough one because they all. Luka hasn't won MVP, but I think he should have an MVP by now. He'll get one, I think, in his career. But they're all just all worldly, right? All worldly. I'm gonna start Luka.
Interesting.
Because I want the point production and I want the assists.
Okay.
And I can live without the defense to a degree. I get something else for that. You don't worry about that. You give me a 34, 8, 9. That's what I got you for.
Got you.
Okay. I'm benching. This is where it gets tough. Because I really, really, really want to keep Jokic on my team.
Okay.
But he don't defend like Giannis do.
Yeah. And at this point, I don't even know if he's defending how Luka can. Because Luka's sitting in the chair a little bit.
He is playing better defense this year for sure. It's tough to cut a guy who's won the MVP 3 times. It's tough to cut that.
Yeah.
It's tough to cut that. So
like we always say, it's the name of the game.
It is the name of the game. Someone got to go. Man. All right. Final answer. All right. Here we go. I'm keeping it. I'm starting Luka. I'm going to bench Jokic and I'm going to cut Giannis.
You're cutting Giannis?
I'm going to cut Giannis. I'm cutting Giannis just off the fact.
Wait, you're benching Jokic?
I'm benching Jokic. We're going with the best friend duo. And we're just going to figure it out.
This may be the most polarizing start bench cut we've had.
You're going to be wrong in either way. Someone's going to be pissed off.
Because you ready for mine?
Go ahead.
I'm starting Giannis.
Okay. That's fair.
I'm starting Giannis, reason being, I feel like he could foul out these other two guys.
Sure. So, but I need a guy who can make an open 3.
I need a guy who could get to the bop, bop, bop for sure.
And make free throws when it counts.
Yeah. I'm thinking about that. But I'm looking at the defense. I'm looking at if we go fantasy score, right? Giannis is in a different class.
Jokic is in a different class before Giannis is. I played fantasy this year. Jokic is the number 1 pick, not even close.
Because you get stuff for defense too, though. Blocks and steals.
But Jokic will have 35, 17, and 12. You can't beat that. And 4 steals somehow.
I'm going with the most physically imposing guy. That's how I'm looking at when I'm starting. We picking guys up. I want the 6'11", built like a marble statue. You know, It's gonna cost me late in some games though. When you got Luka starting, it's gonna cost me.
It'll cost you a little bit.
Because we probably can't run stuff through my start guy.
That's what I'm saying. That's my only thing.
But
that's the only reason I cut him is because I know I can get a bucket with getting the both to lose the ball. Yeah. They're probably gonna give me something good.
Yeah.
May not go win, but I trust it.
We're hoping Giannis just puts together one of those 42 and 20s,
and we do that,
and we just blow it all out. 20.
Fair.
So, but Luka's gonna come on my bench.
Okay, cutting Yoke. Fair.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut Yoke.
That's fair. Yeah. I knew you were probably gonna cut Yoke anyway. I assumed that. I assume that's where we were going. But it's fine. It's a fair play. It's a fair play.
Well, if I had to, we can agree Luka's staying, right? We both did.
Yeah.
So if I had to mix and match my 2-man game, I think I like the Luka Giannis is a little more dynamic.
100% fair. Yeah. You're getting off the rip.
I could flip that with Giannis handling and Luka flaring off, and you
got lobs for days.
Yeah.
Shit, you go Jokic and Giannis doing the same shit.
You could.
Big screens, that's hard to guard.
High low. Yeah.
High low. We're talking about lobs, all kind of lobs. But I mean, it was definitely a tough start bench cut. But
that's a good one.
Yeah, that was a good one. I saw it. I don't
think we've ever had one where we cut somebody that I'm starting. Like,
I don't think we had that one in a minute. Yeah, that's the first time we've had like a opposite opinions in a minute.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah,
all right, man. Another episode down in the books. We appreciate y'all for rocking with us. NBA Finals Edition. You know what I'm saying? 4 Quarters Podcast. We are trying to keep this thing pushing. Hopefully have another episode for y'all next week. And trying to stay a little more consistent. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we have some guests soon. Trying to get some guests lined up. Be red.
Okay.
We're gonna figure it out. I'm gonna be off work for like 3 weeks coming up, so I have some time to like figure all that out.
Production meeting.
Yeah, exactly.
Production meetings.
Exactly. Set some stuff up. So we're getting there. But please, if you're on YouTube, like, subscribe to the page, please. We appreciate it. All the love.
Hit that 1K. Hit
that 1K.
What we want. I mean, we can get to 1,500 easy. I think.
Yeah, we got to 1,500. We're really rocking and rolling. Yeah, we can do that's definitely something that's doable. So please keep subscribing, keep liking, keep sharing the videos. We really appreciate all the support. Comment, give us something to say in the comments. We're always cool with a little bit back and forth. We love talking hoop. And TikTok, Instagram, please hit a follow, a like. We're up to like 750, I think, on TikTok right now. So we're getting there.
We need 1,000 there. We need 1,000.
We need to get to a K on TikTok. That's the next goal. So we're getting there, moving up nice and slowly, but we're getting there. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate you.
Yeah, man, we appreciate everybody rocking with us. And if you're on any audio platform, Apple, Spotify, Pandora, whatever you take your podcast, please give us a 5-star review. It really helps for the pod, for the channel. And hit that like and hit that notification button so you know when the next episode is coming out. So we appreciate y'all, man. Another episode down. Be red. It's always a pleasure, my boy. And we will catch y'all the next episode. 4 Quarters. Peace.